on, baby claw. Do a little bit drifting here. Eight days later, we still got some pretty bad spots on the roads. They're few and far between, but places like right here that's on the north side of the road that doesn't get direct sunlight, still got some ice. But we got to get some soybeans hauled. It's the last third of January and we've only got like 7,000 bushels out of 35,000 bushels hauled. We got to get on the road and get these soybeans hauled, and not ideal, but I think it's doable. This is probably going to be the hardest spot right here, just getting out of the grain bins. Once we get on Mason Grove Road right here, a lot more traffic and it's definitely a lot more open, and I think we'll be all right. I called the river and they're taking beans. I said their roads are pretty good up there. So the only problem is going to be just getting right out here out of our entrance and getting going up the hill, because that's nothing but a sheet of ice right there. Anyway, won't know till we try. So let's get her loaded up, get on the road. If I don't bust my butt first. All right, it's right here, right around the freezing mark. She ought to crank pretty easily. Oh yeah. Other than my International DT 466 engine that I had, my 1660 combine, this has been the best cold weather cranking engine I've ever had. Still, sometime this year we need to get this blockader fixed for more events like we had this past week. Oh, hear that air leaf valve going off. That means I think that means we got a air line frozen up. All right, she's building air pressure now. I think we're okay. But yeah, what you see out here, it's definitely not common for our area. Generally, we get a snow, a big snow for us would be like 4 to 5 inches. I think we got about 6, maybe 7 inches here at our house, but normally it's completely gone within like 48 hours. To have something like this hang around for over a week is, I've only seen it a few times in my lifetime, and certainly don't see ice on the roads 8 days later. But all last week was just absolutely frigid here. You had 3 or 4 nights right down there, right around the 0 degree mark, negative wind chill values. But it was so cold, even like yesterday with the sun shining, the north facing side of the streets, just didn't do any melting. And originally that was the best driving snow I've ever driven on. Had a lot of grip and everything, and then but after it all got packed down, and then it started melting from sunshine, and then just refreeze over to a sheet of ice at night. Oh, just like that right there. Anyway, today's gonna be the first day above freezing, and then I think here in a couple days it's supposed to be up in the mid 60s. So this stuff ought to get going. I think we're supposed to have some pretty heavy rains too. Let the truck warm up, get her loaded up, get Andy on the road. All right, got it loaded up. Let's see if I can get it out of here and get up here to the clear road for Andy before he gets in. Oh, she's not wanting to steer. claw. Woo! Do a little bit drifting here. Alright, we made it up the hill though. Alright, we'll just leave it here till we'll leave it here till Andy gets in.
Well, all the snow and ice is finally almost gone. Our back roads and side roads and stuff, they're still kind of crappy, but I mean they're a whole lot better than they were 3 days ago. We just kind of loaded up back on this nice Monday. Just got loaded up with this is load number 3, about to go to the river today. I was loading it by myself. I think Matt and they had some more winter problems, some frozen water pipes and stuff at his mom's house down the road. And I think Kelly, she is, whoop, let me step away from that. Kelly is in Washington, D.C. right now. And I'm not too sure where Carter's at right now, but he helped me load up the second load and got my bin all refilled and everything. So that was wonderful to come back to a filled bin. But now I am kind of doing the same. I've been kind of filling it up while I'm dumping, so that makes it way easier. But I'm gonna get loaded up, refill this bin, and head back to the river for the 3rd time today.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. As y'all can see, all the snow is gone. We finally got some warmer temperatures. It feels downright comfortable out here. It's about 40 degrees. And anyway, now that this polar vortex has exited West Tennessee, it is time to go reclaim my shop. Ladies, it's time for y'all to vacate the premises. Yeah, we gotta get these girls out of here. Although I gotta say, I have enjoyed spending some time with them. There's not a funnier animal to watch out here than a chicken. They are absolutely funny to watch. But anyway, time for them to go back out in the great outdoors. See, we got our combine done. We got all the tape ripped off. Man, look at that! Look at that paint. Now we got some dust that's going there, so it looks better than what it looks here in the video. But man, we got some pretty paint here. You see the spot right here where we painted over? Yeah, we got kind of an edge. I think Brian and everything will be able to kind of buff that in real good, make it blend in. I mean, he's gonna be pulling decals off, so he's going to be doing some aggressive work on this paint, getting it corrected. And they're supposed to be out here, I think, tomorrow afternoon to get started on everything. So we gotta get our shop open and ready for him to start doing some detailing and some ceramic coating. And then looking up here on the top and everything, you can see my black grain tank extensions, and then we repainted all of this hood and everything. It doesn't have the real high glossy finish that I want. And you can see there's some imperfections where it had some dust and dirt. Like I said, I was having to get up on here and crawl across it to paint the different areas, and it's impossible for me to keep clean. But the main goal is it definitely looks a whole lot better than what it did before. That's the main thing. And like I said, after a year in the field, I don't think we won't be able to tell any difference anyway. Although I will say, I wouldn't mind somebody who's got some painting experience, some professional painting experience, to come out here and give me a tutorial one day. It would definitely help me do a better job. So anyway, now that all that's done, let's get this shop cleaned up and ready for some ceramic coating on my combine and some other equipment. I'm gonna stop here a minute, let them clean up a little bit of our soybean mess there on the ground. But yeah, this is the beauty of a movable chicken coop. You can just leave them in there, just pull it nice and slow, and they'll walk along in it. Alright, Andy just got done another long day of hauling. Got 4 loads hauled in, and you can tell there's a bunch of salt on the roads. Man, she done gotten absolutely filthy. Hurt my feelings on that new paint job on that trailer. But hopefully here, I don't know, maybe a week we'll be done hauling beans, and we can put this sucker on the wash pad, get all this junk washed off of here. We're getting her filled up for another day. And then we'll get done this. We'll go ahead and get her preloaded for tomorrow morning. You know what? I sure do love me some cold weather. Well, one thing I don't like is when that frozen ground finally starts thawing out. I mean, here I am walking on gravel and my feet are just sinking down in here, and Andy's only made a few trips on our where we built up our turnaround, and then just look at our grain bin pad. Oh, it ain't nothing but just a sloppy mess right now. What we need now is a good hard packing rain to settle this soil back down again. Oh! All right, that's got her ready for another day of hauling. I think it's just going to continue to get sloppier though. They got rain forecast for pretty much every day this week. Some of them supposed to be kind of heavy, so maybe at least he'll get all this freaking salt washed off the roads. Man, I hate that stuff. Man, you got your truck absolutely filthy.
You got a little mud on the tires, didn't I?
You got a little mud on the tires.
A little bit of everywhere, that's for sure.
Man, it almost hurts my feelings seeing it like this.
Oh, mine too. See all the other beautiful, super pretty trucks going down through there. They're just, oh man, it hurts.
Oh,
It hurts to see them.
Is the salt finally getting washed off the roads?
Yeah, it's decently clear, but it's just wet water and road grime now. It's just nasty outside.
I think we're supposed to have another round tonight. Might clean it off a little more.
Maybe so. It's gonna take a lot to clean that bungy road though. Oh man, that is.
You got too many potholes going down the subsoil on that road. It's gonna stay dirty.
They got them right down the middle now as a painted line. Just pothole, pothole, pothole.
Yeah. All right, well, come on in first thing in the morning. Do it all over again tomorrow.
Alrighty, I'll be here. Well, as my trailer is being dumped here, I don't know how well y'all can see it or not, but there's no water in the Mississippi River. It's just all fog today. I knew it was low, but Lord, you can't see a drop. I don't think it's low. Definitely not low. Not as low anymore. But it's pretty wicked looking today. I'm gonna see if y'all can't see it any better. I mean, you can't see anything. Like the Mississippi River just doesn't exist anymore. It's all just one big cloud. It's a pretty crazy cool sight to see. I don't know if I've ever seen it like that, so I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen it like that. I will share. But we're on our way back. We'll be going to pick up load number 3 right now. Well, that's where we are headed back to go get load number 3. So.
CGB just called me, said they're full up and can't get a barge because it's gotten foggy on the Mississippi, so they said no more hauling today.
I got a little clip of that fog on the river. You can't even see the water at all.
Oh, really?
It's interesting.
Wow. So I reckon we'll just call a day on hauling, and while I got all my filters and stuff to start servicing the tractors, all that's in over at H&R, so why don't you go pick them up today. All right. Morning. We get transported to Ireland overnight or something?
Oh yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's definitely looking a little bit like what they tell me Irish weather's like. The buggy still hadn't gotten barge in, but they said they got enough room to hold one truck, so if we want to send one truck,
I mean,
go ahead and come up there. So
we can.
might as well. O'Brien with a front row detailing should be out here soon, and they're going to be using their water source, so won't be able to be washing on the tractor while they're doing their washing of everything. So guess we'll just get loaded up with one load of beans, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings.
All right. Well, I mean, we can haul that one. Maybe they'll make some room, or we'll find some projects.
Yeah. At least the roads are wet enough. Maybe wash the truck off a little bit.
Maybe.
Man, I sure do love that electric tarp. You can only imagine how nasty the crank on the back side of the trailer would be right now if we had to use it. Man alive, it is just an absolute nasty, sloppy mess out here. We're going to have a lot of work to do with the box blade and stuff when we get done hauling and the semi dries up a little. All right, guys, I was hoping to have some more equipment to show you about what we got this year, but I just haven't been able to get the dirt pan. I won't get. Might be coming later on in the year. Might have to wait till next year. Just got to wait till I get the right one. But I'll go ahead and show you something else that we picked up back in December. Right here we got a 2022 Ram 2500 with the Cummins. You might think, well, that's not you. You've had that for a year. Oh, actually, it is new. I now have two Rams. One's a 1500, one's a 2500. And I like my 1500 so much. I knew when I sold my Ford F-250 and wanted a 2500 Rams, I knew I wanted the twin to my 1500 because I loved it so much. And anyway, it took a little bit of looking whatever, but finally came across it. It's not quite identical to my 1500. This one's a Laramie trim, which I was fine with a bighorn trim, but finding what I wanted in the exact trim was going to be real hard. But anyway, it's got the Laramie trim. If you notice, it's got quite a bit more chrome here in the front. Got chrome on the rear view mirror, whatever. Got factory running boards on it. We got the same wheels and tires on this one as I got my other one. It did do some work. We got to put a spray-in bed liner in it. That's definitely a must for me. Got a 2.5-inch leveling kit on the front rather than a 6-inch lift kit that I've got on my 1500. But it's really about the same height as my 1500 without having a lift kit on this. Then looking here on the interior, we got leather instead of cloth, so not gonna have to get any seat covers for this. One thing I don't like, the display screen is a lesser version than what's on my 21 model 1500. Well, I looked at a lot of Ram trucks, and apparently they changed things up in the 22 models, and in my opinion, they downgraded the monitor up there. It doesn't have any kind of navigation in there. That's I guess it's a feature that's now got to be unlocked, even though I thought that was pretty much standard on every vehicle manufacturer probably in the last 5, 6, 7 years, but apparently not. It's got CarPlay though, so not going to be a problem. Like I said, it does have the 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel in it. Anyway, when we picked it up, it had about 27,000 miles on it, so still very new truck. Really look forward to this truck lasting us a long time on this farm. I had that F-250. I bought it brand new in 2006, sold it December of 2023. So, you know, I hope to have this truck, you know, that long or longer. But I'm really tickled with it. It drives good. The thing is super quiet for a diesel. Like, you can barely hear the engine in there. Got plenty of torque. It's not a horsepower monster. Might get a tuner for it at some point. I don't know. I've heard that the transmissions are kind of the weak point on this when you go to turning them up. So don't quite know if I'll do that. If I do, it'll be a pretty modest gains. Definitely nothing outrageous. Yeah, it does have DEF and stuff in there. I've already had to take it into Dodge for a recall on the DEF system. Some updates and stuff that they did to that. So hopefully it won't give me any problems, but you can't buy new diesels nowadays without DEF. It definitely drives like a 3/4 ton truck. The steering, especially low speeds, is significantly heavier than my 1500. And then of course it doesn't ride quite as good. It's definitely a little bit stiffer, especially here in the rear end. But in addition to the bed liner that we're going to do, I'm also going to put a gooseneck hitch here in the bed. Probably going to do that sometime this winter. No, we don't have a gooseneck trailer right now, but the reason we don't have a gooseneck trailer is because I've never had a truck with a gooseneck hitch. So we're going to try and rectify that this year, because we do need a little bit heavier trailer that we can pull behind a truck to haul stuff on. And plus, I'd like the option of being able to borrow my neighbor's cattle trailer when we're hauling steers off, just because my small cattle trailer with 3 big steers in it is, I just getting where I don't really trust it on long trips hauling them off. But anyway, guys, that's the equipment purchase update. Maybe I'll have another update later in the year with a dirt pan. Just don't know. Have to wait and see.